Hey guys, welcome back.
Welcome back to Inspired Delusions.
If you're new here, my name is
And
Kayma,
I'm Olivia.
and we are your delusional besties.
Hey,
Hey
besties.
besties, how have you guys been? Tell us.
Tell us how you've
Tell
been.
us how you've been. We've been good.
Yeah, we've been good. We've had a little bit of we were talking to a couple people, a couple clients, and they were saying that, hey, they survived the eclipse season, but it was like the after, like a little after effects was
Mm,
kind of shaking things up, making them feel a little interesting. And at least for me, I feel like I was kind of experiencing that in a sense last night, doing some shadow work,
mm.
doing some realizations, having some realizations. And it's so crazy when you realize, oh, I was the problem.
That was
Oh,
you. You were creating that energy.
oh, it's crazy because I know that the world's a mirror. And then it's like, you look, it's like, wait, oh, the world's a mirror. Right.
Yeah, that can be spooky
Right. It's
sometimes.
for me as well, not
Yeah.
just other people.
But the good news is we are source.
Yeah.
Always. And so we can choose to create a different version of anything at
Yeah.
any given moment because it all stems from us.
Yeah, no, I was also having that realization last night too, because I was like, wait a second. Like, literally, in every moment, you can stop yourself in your tracks and be like, wait, if I want to change something, I literally just have to change within.
Yeah.
The 3D literally doesn't even matter.
No, it doesn't matter. And we're God.
We're literally
Like,
God.
that's so crazy to, like, if you really, really deep that, you're like, oh my gosh, I am love. I am pure love.
Yeah.
I am pure joy. I'm pure excitement. I'm source. I'm creation. I love it.
Remember, guys,
You guys have to
seriously,
remember.
it's not that hard, okay?
Yeah, we've been talking about this past month self-love
Mhm.
inside of our community, and I can't remember if I've talked about this on the podcast before or not, but something that always trips me up is if I'm feeling some type of way about myself, I imagine myself holding baby me.
Yeah.
And and then it just immediately switches the tone because like I look at pictures of me as a baby and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, she was so cute." Like I wish I knew me
Yeah.
then.
No, literally.
Like I wish I could hold myself and give myself kisses
No,
then.
it's not fair.
No, but it messes with my brain. Like I don't it discombobulates me
No,
because
I
I
know.
sometimes like will imagine myself holding me and I'm like, "Oh my, it's too much. It's too much."
It's too cute.
The love is too much. But
Yeah.
yeah, just the idea that we're all so amazing to our core, and yeah, it's a really beautiful feeling to have kind of glimpses or see that a little bit in ourselves.
Yeah, totally. Definitely tell yourself that over and over and over again. It might feel foreign, might feel weird, it might feel not true, but just continuing to persist
Yeah.
and being kinder to yourself every single day. That's like a main thing that we do with our clients, which again, quick shout out, quick plug. Me and Kayma are now offering 2-on-1 mindset coaching, which is
Mhm.
a really cool. Like I've said this before, but I was doing coaching by myself for a while, and then now me and you are doing coaching together, and it's been really cool.
Yeah, it's
And
been fun.
yeah, it's been really fun. We get much better results as well.
Mhm.
So it's really cool if you're interested in leveling up your mindset. But yeah, we were talking to someone about that, and it's just so crazy that people are always holding themselves back. If
Yeah.
you are not letting yourself dream big, you are holding yourself back. I was talking to someone last night and I was like, oh, yeah, you should. Like, I can see you as, like, owner of the Valkyries, which is the new NBA team in San Francisco
Mhm.
or
The
WNBA.
women's
Yeah.
team.
Yeah. WNBA team. And he was like, no, like, that's crazy. Like, that's for billionaires or whatever. And I was like, no, I can see you as being an owner. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, if you're not letting yourself dream big, then you are the one limiting yourself. Like,
Mhm.
that's great. If you just automatically are like, no, that's too good for me. That's too much of a big deal. You're the one. And like, it's so crazy when I catch people like coming up against their own limiting beliefs. I'm like, come on, push
Yeah.
through. Like, what's not clocking here?
Yeah, but then it's, like, funny when we find ourselves doing that to ourselves
Oh,
'cause
wait, what do you mean? No. Not for us.
well, just and you know what, you guys, just normalizing that it happens and it's okay, but
Yeah.
just investigating. And I think I genuinely believe when you put yourself out there and you try to dream big and you start making your lists with your intentions of what you want, you will naturally come up against that resistance.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
so those points of resistance, that's what you have to question.
Yeah, that's what you have to push through.
Mhm.
That's what you have to breathe through. I was
Yeah.
talking about that to someone else, and I was like, yeah, if you come up against those limiting beliefs, if you come up against that resistance of, with money is a great example, because money is a very highly charged energy, right? And when you expand your mind, it's like, and 10x what you think is possible, your body initially is probably going to feel like a little bit of like, feeling scared or
Mhm.
feeling, tense up a little bit, because money is highly charged. And it's like, okay, when you feel that feeling, breathe through it,
Yeah.
right? Breathe through it. Tell yourself that you're safe. Continuing to normalize it to your mind starts to make it feel less scary.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's happened with us many times, because it's like our, income goals keeps getting like bigger. Like we keep
Bigger.
making it bigger and bigger
Yeah.
in our mind. And
As
and
we're continuing to get
yeah.
more, we continue to
Yeah,
make it
yeah.
bigger.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really big in the mind. And like, every time we level up, it feels weird for us. It
It's
feels scary.
adding that extra zero
Yeah,
is
literally every extra
extra every
zero,
zero is
you're like, whoa,
it's
whoa,
kind
whoa.
of freaky.
Yeah, but then we just start thinking about it,
Mhm.
visualizing it and breathing through it and meditating on it. And then it's just like, oh wait, duh. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's add another zero.
Yeah, of course. And then the thing is, then we start to see proof of it
Hmm.
outside of us.
Yeah, we find
We find
examples.
examples, but I think sometimes those examples come naturally to us. Whereas like
Totally.
we're ready to go to the next level. We're trying to normalize it. Maybe our nervous system's a little dysregulated, but then naturally our RAS, the universe being like, okay, I'm taking you guys
Hmm.
serious, starts naturally showing us examples or starts naturally putting other things in our awareness that are
Hmm.
similar. So it's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
if other people can do it, so can I.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
other people have something, so can I.
Mm,
Why would I not? And you know what? I feel like there's a lot of people who even themselves maybe had thoughts of, oh, this hasn't been done before.
mhm.
Who's going to do it? I can't find examples. And then they become the example.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like I think there's like so many successful businesses or so many famous people who they also came from a mind of nothing, a
Mhm.
mind or not mind of, not a mind of nothing, but a mind that needed to be expanded.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like, or yes, there's people who already from like the jump have been exposed to these things, so they believe in themselves. But there's a lot of people who've never been exposed
Yeah.
who then find that within themselves.
Totally, who came from like a place of scarcity
Yeah,
or limitations or whatever, and they
limitations. Yeah,
had to become the example for themselves. Like
yeah,
totally, that's so possible as well. And that kind of goes to the theme. Like we wanted to kind of talk about like the fear of being seen in this
hmm,
episode, right? Because in October, inside the Inspired Delusions community,
yes,
we are doing the theme of like getting over the fear of being seen,
hmm,
right? And something that I think about the fear of being seen is also like owning your power, owning your truth, and like owning your accomplishments.
yeah,
Because I think a lot of, especially women, like I think a lot of our audience is women, and we kind of were taught, some people were taught to like diminish their own accomplishments or like diminish their confidence and things like that. And that's, I think that's part of being seen too, of
yeah,
sharing your wins and sharing your accomplishments and like owning them, and that inspires other people
yeah,
to see what's possible. And if it's triggering for someone else, if it's triggering for you to see someone else like win, or to see someone else like be really confident and like love themselves, then listen, being triggered is a gift. Being
yeah.
triggered is a good thing, because it's like, okay, if you're triggered, that means something in you needs to evolve and grow.
Yeah, definitely. And there was even somebody recently in our community who was telling us about how sometimes when they see people being really confident, it feels cocky to them,
Mm-hmm.
or they have this idea that confident people are cocky or they're not nice
Yeah,
type of thing. And it's like, okay, well actually we can break down these beliefs because that doesn't have to be true.
exactly.
And I think it's important to put yourself out there and not feel like you're bragging or not
Mm-hmm.
feel like you're doing too much or being too loud,
Mm-hmm.
because congratulations, you
Yeah.
deserve to feel good about your accomplishments or whatever you want to feel good about. And then also B, people need to see that.
Yeah.
People need to know what's out there. So
Yes.
they need expanders themselves. And then, yeah, being inspired so that they can feel confident to do that too. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's weird that people find it weird to be proud of yourself and
Yeah.
to speak loudly of your accomplishments and like to be brave. Especially, I mean, like, I don't know, my parents have always told me to just like stand proud and like be proud of what I do because I'm amazing.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's wild to me. Then society goes around and tells you, like, oh, be quiet. And you're
Mm-hmm.
right, especially I know a lot of our audience is majority women. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like we've been told that in so many spaces. And it's like, wait, but why? Who
Yeah.
does that help?
Yeah. And I mean, to the point of it comes from your childhood. It comes from the beliefs you were told because your parents were telling you, yeah, own who you are. And so then it's like weird for you to be like, why wouldn't you? But
Yeah.
there's a lot of people who were told, hey, don't brag, don't show off. Like you need
Mhm.
to be humble and things like that. So then that's their reality. So it's just like about reparenting yourself and like
Right.
changing your beliefs. And one of the one of my one-on-one clients a few months ago had initially said that when she saw me first on TikTok, she was like triggered because she was like, that girl's obsessed with herself. Like, that's so annoying. Like, she's so full of herself. And then she realized it like triggered something inside of her. And, she ended up working on her own self confidence or whatever. And then then she ended up paying me to work with me. So it's like, and she changed her mindset so much. She was amazing. And so just, the if something triggers you, it's really showing you like where you can evolve and grow.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, for me personally, I like seeing other people who are really good at what they do or really proud of themselves or really excited to share whatever
Yes.
because I just feel like they're authentic.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
I'm like, "Oh, like you're so about yourself or you're so about this thing that you've created or
Mhm.
this project or whatever." Like I now I'm curious. I'm
No,
like, "Tell me,
literally.
please tell me." Or and like I want to feel that way about myself. I want to feel that way about my projects.
Yes.
And yeah, the fear of being seen is an interesting one. I also feel like I'm your guys' case study,
Oh,
especially from
yeah.
people who have been here since the first day because
100%.
I'm active. Like, I really believe I've gotten over a hump, but I'm still actively working on this
Yeah.
every day, whether it's showing up weekly for you guys, whether it's posting on my TikTok, which is now much easier, but now I've transitioned over to posting on Instagram, which is actually such such an experience to have people who know me in real life but don't really know that I'm about this lifestyle
Yeah.
now having them come across my content on
Yeah.
their feed. So, yeah, it's like you guys can do it. You guys
Mhm.
can do it. And so where does it stem from? For me, from my personal experience, it was because I had to be perfect. This idea that
Mm.
I had to be a perfectionist, that it had to be things needed to be done in a certain way, and if it wasn't up to my standards of whatever I believe perfect was, is like, why would I share that with other people? People aren't going to
Mm.
see. It's not good enough for other people to see.
Yeah. Ooh, that's good. I mean, okay, that's super interesting. I think of it maybe a little bit of a different way because I don't think I've necessarily had like the perfectionism part per se because I'm like I think unless it's deep down subconscious we're doing
Yeah.
we're doing shadow work as we speak right now live because for me I'm like no I kind of uh, I think I think I'm perfect already but I'm also like, listen, if I'm in the middle of the pack kind of thing, like that's good. But I guess deep down, just think I'm the
You
best.
you always say that. You guys, Olivia is highly
No,
competitive.
I'm not.
She is, and she needs to be the best of the best, and she loves knowing that she's the best. So she always
You
this is
guys,
true shadow work. Be honest.
I'm so glad we're chatting. Be honest is so hilarious. Guys, I'm being honest. I know I'm the best. That's the thing. I know I'm the best. I don't need to compete.
You stay competing. You stay
I literally don't have
competing.
to
Okay, so
compete.
where was the fear of being seen? Like when
Okay,
it
right,
when
right.
come on, where does it come
Well,
from?
the fear of being seen. I was just saying that
Like if you've never viewed it as, oh, I needed to be perfect, so I already think I'm perfect.
oh
Like where
yeah.
do you find it rooted for you?
Yes, okay. So I was thinking more. For me, it's weird to have other people have to change the way they view me. Because it's like, okay, you view me in a certain way, like let's say pre-manifestation, mindset coaching type of thing. If someone viewed me in a certain way and then I'm like, oh, I'm changing my identity, I'm changing who I am, I'm changing what I talk about, that's for me, it's like weird for someone else to have to like change their opinion of me or I feel bad. I'm like, oh, I feel bad that I'm having to like show you a whole, like you're having to learn me almost. And so that's kind of where it was stemming from me. And I think that's like what's weird for me when I start to evolve and grow. Every time I evolve and grow and like change it up, I'm kind of like, oh, you're seeing like a different version of me. So I think that's what it is. I don't think it's the perfectionism, but who knows? Because our
Yeah.
subconscious, our psyche is weird.
The psyche is really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting because, okay, for in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, there's so many options. Either A, I'll never change in your head. I may be the bad guy. I may be a good guy, whatever. Like I'm whatever that's in your head because
Mhm.
that's the last memory that you have of me. So
Mhm.
it's like, okay, like I physically can't change that, whether it's real or not.
Yeah.
And technically everything in the past isn't real
Yeah.
anymore because you only have the present. So there's that one route. Or it's the, oh, you are going to continue to vibe with me. You're going to continue to see these new aspects, and it might even inspire new things in you, or that's it. Those are really the two options. So it's like both of them are fine.
Yeah, they're both great.
Both of them are great. I think coming over the hump of, oh, I'm a new person who I am right now, but you see me as this old person, and kind of letting that go, having to be like, okay, I guess I am the way I am in your brain, and having to sever that and not having to control that.
Yeah.
That I feel is hard.
Yeah, maybe it's the control.
The
Maybe
control.
maybe that, and the control, that could be it.
The control.
That could be the deep rooted thing, because I feel like for me, I didn't really have that much control like when I was growing up. So maybe it's like the control of that in a sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fear of being seen. So how do you get over it? Like you're saying, you know, on TikTok, for example, posting on social media, for example, literally pushing through. It's kind of like just making yourself do it, pushing through and doing the scary thing. I was just on an interview, and I was emphasizing that truly the fastest way to level up, the fastest way to quantum leap, is to do the scary thing, is to run towards your fears. And we talk about that all the time, but you know, and how my relationship with fear has kind of changed into, if it's scary, I know it's going to level me up. So it's just like, fuck it, let me do it. And it helps when you have a really, really big delusional goal and really, really big vision for your life, because I'm like, yeah, duh, of course I'm going to do this like kind of annoying, kind of scary thing right now. Of course I'm going to do that if that means it's getting me closer to shaking my ass on a yacht. Fine, let me do it.
And you know what? Please continue.
Continue. Literally. No, literally. You know what? Let's just get this done.
The fear of being seen. I think letting go of the control of what you like other people believe you, right? We just touched on that a little bit, but also just practicing putting yourself out there, practicing feeling confident in what you have to say, because everybody has something to say, and everybody I was gonna be like, and everybody should be heard. But even if people aren't hearing you, you're like, not everybody. No, everybody needs to be heard. But even if people aren't hearing you, the fact that you are using your voice for yourself is so important.
Totally.
And, you know, social media is a really cool way to put yourself out there and to get over the fear of being seen or speaking. I want to start signing up for
Toastmasters.
Maybe
it's like a speaking thing.
Type thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say improv to get up in front of people, but yes, Toastmasters.
Improv would probably be even scarier. So damn, we have to do it now.
Yeah, we do have to do it now. But
guys, we're funny.
No, but
that's I've literally thought about that, and I feel like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm kind of funny, and then I'm not that funny.
No,
you're
funny.
Like, I am funny.
I think you're so funny.
No, thank you. I am actually really funny. But I'm like improv funny. Like I feel like
comedians, or like being able to like go off of other people.
Like comedians are actually really, really good at their craft.
Yeah, they are good at their
craft. We should do it.
Okay, maybe I meant Toastmasters. I meant more just formally getting up and saying what's on my chest and being unapologetic about it. That's another thing that I have that I've like been working through, is I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I always just want everyone to feel safe. I want everyone to be okay. So I think in doing that, I sometimes in the past have maybe dimmed what I actually wanted to say, or what my actual fire was.
Yeah.
And I've been actively working through that. Even on the podcast, there's some things that I'm like, Olivia, we have to cut this. Like it's
usually things I say. She's like, that's fucking crazy. And she edits this.
But I just don't I want everybody to really know that they belong. But the truth is that takes away from me. And it's okay if you're not well received in certain areas.
Yes.
And it's okay if people don't really fuck with you or don't really like you. It's okay. I think as long as you're following your truth and you really are doing and saying what makes you happy, I think that's really powerful.
Literally, wow, we really are doing shadow work live on this episode because that's so true, and that's such a good realization, because that is something that I, you know, have kind of like learned, and I think that's helped me be a little bit more authentic. Let me point. Yeah, you need to be more authentic. You need to speak your truth. But I've kind of intellectualize that a little bit. I don't know if it's fully playing out, but I have learned that and heard that of like you really do have to like speak your truth and like
Mhm.
not worry too much about hurting people's feelings and like, pleasing everyone
Yeah.
in order for you to really, really, really find your people, like
Yeah.
your soul tribe, your audience. And that feels scary sometimes, feel with the fear of rejection because our
Yeah.
bodies are primed to avoid rejection because that years while we were evolving years ago could mean death. But now it's just you got to just find your little corner of the internet, of
Yeah,
your people.
true. True, and M always says, M on the brain is always like,
To
a friend to
everyone.
all is a friend to none. I know that's a famous
Yes.
quote, but I just think of it because I just heard her saying that
Yeah.
because she's so strong in what she believes. And she's like, I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck who it offends. Like, this is me.
Yeah,
So
unapologetically herself.
unapologetically herself. And
Mhm.
so I'm much, 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 much better at it.
Yeah.
I'm still working through it. And I
Yeah.
think that goes back to a little bit of the perfectionism
Mhm.
that
I know.
might have been rooted in me
In the
in
past.
the past. But yeah, okay, so nervous system, right. So
Yes.
this fear of being seen all goes, I think, for the most part to rejection. And
Yeah.
that's so true. That really disrupts your whole body when you're like, oh, I'm not safe because I'm not feeling loved. I'm
Mhm.
not feeling like people understand and get what I'm saying
Yeah.
or they want me still or that I'm okay to have said that.
Totally.
It's super dysregulated, which again, I mean, that goes back to the practice,
Mhm.
right? The practice of speaking up, whether that's like speaking up at work or saying something to your boss, speaking up with your friends. Like if your
Yeah.
friends are saying things that you're not really vibing with, being like, oh, actually, this is my opinion and I'm
Mhm.
standing in it. How else can we practice?
Being seen, like
Yeah.
getting over that. Yeah, the practice is huge. Speaking your truth. I think something that I don't know if I think I guess it correlates with just practicing and facing your fears almost is something very new is really trying to lead with my heart and
Hmm.
like anything because I in the past I was really really overthinking things and like trying to be really logical about things
Yeah.
and even if I was feeling something like in my heart I was kind of holding it back in a sense because I'm like, oh, what if that makes me look stupid, what if that makes me whatever, what if someone makes fun of me. And I'm really leading into just being like whatever my heart is like feeling like let's just fucking do it and run with it because in my favorite book, A Manual for Manifesting Your Dream Life, he really talks about how like our heart just loves to feel emotions. Like
Yeah.
even if it's like a scary or a quote unquote like bad emotion or whatever, our heart just loves that feeling. So it's just like kind of running towards whatever makes you feel your feelings in any way. And sometimes that feels scary. Sometimes we avoid like we were also talking to one of our clients about doing kind of like shadow work and facing your internal like shadows, your
Hmm.
internal feelings. And so many people are scared of doing that.
Yeah.
And that I think that also kind of goes with the fear of being seen or just like doing shadow work in general. Of like, I promise you guys, it doesn't end up being as scary as you think.
It's not as scary, but I can see why people don't want to do it because it feels heavy. There's
100%.
been a lot of things that I've unpacked it about ways that I view myself that it hurts my feelings that I would have ever thought that way about myself.
Yeah, it's no, literally last night, guys, and that's what I'm saying. The tail end of the eclipse kind of shook us up a little bit because I feel like we've both been having a little bit of digging deep energy in the last couple days. Last night, I'm not even kidding you guys. It felt like I was getting stabbed and like jerking the knife around because I'm like, oh, I was literally having these realizations of like, oh, it's my own fault. Like it was actually crazy. I was quite literally shocked. I was
Yeah.
actually shocked. I was like, what? It's me? It's been me the whole time. So it can be very shocking, can be very it can be intense. And I think that we were also talking to this client and I was like sensing. Maybe my psychic skills are getting better because I was like sensing. I was like, babe, do you let yourself
You don't
cry? I
cry.
was like, you don't let yourself cry. And she was like, oh my God, you're so right. And I was like, okay, I could sense it. I could sense it. And yeah, letting yourself cry, letting yourself like feel your emotions, even if I think people are scared. I have a theory because it's not for me. But I think sometimes people are scared that if they start crying, they're like never going to stop. So let me know if that
Mm.
resonates, if that makes
Is
sense.
that
It's
how
just a
you used to
theory.
feel?
Ah,
Why do you have that theory?
I don't know. I'm just sensing it. Literally just a theory. It could be totally wrong. I don't know what I used to feel because I feel like I've been crying for so many years, so I don't even
Yeah.
know what I used to feel. But if you're scared that like you're gonna go down to the depths of your emotions and start crying and like never stop and like you're always going to be depressed or whatever if you go down. That's not what happens though. Like every time I really actually let myself go deep and cry, yeah, sure, it might feel like demons are leaving my body, like it's kind of crazy, but then I always feel so much better afterwards, or at least after I sleep it off.
Yeah, maybe people feel like it won't stop because they maybe will feel like they'll start to ruminate in that energy.
Yeah.
But the thing with shadow work specifically is, and I think it differs from maybe other therapies or
Mhm.
other uncovering tactics, is that it's meant to all come up. Maybe you sit in it for a little bit and then you kind of just like you close your journal
Mhm.
and you leave it alone and you're like, hey, now I know what's going on. Now let me try to incorporate and integrate new beliefs and new love, like self-love things or whatever I need to do to like
Yeah.
move out of it.
Yeah.
It's meant to just bring it up. You're meant to see it, feel it, and then you let it go.
Yes, exactly,
It's
because awareness is 90% of transformation.
exactly. Awareness is 90% of transformation. It's not meant to be something that you are like, oh, well, this, I guess these are my truths.
Yeah.
These are the demons. That's the end all be all. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, now I realize that. Now let me like love.
Yeah.
Let me love and let me close the chapter on that. So
Exactly. Okay, besties. If you are listening to this podcast, it's probably because you know deep down that you are meant for more confidence, more abundance, and the ability to manifest your biggest, most delusional goals and feel good while you're doing it.
that's why we wanted to remind you about our Inspired Delusions community. This is our virtual group coaching community where we meet live every single Wednesday to lead you through deeper lessons on rewiring your mind, regulating your nervous system, and how to quantum leap into your next level.
We've created an entire resource hub full of our own customized affirmations, EFT tapping, subliminals, shadow work prompts, guides, and tons more resources to support you in this journey.
This space is not only an all in one for you to level up, but also a reminder that you are not alone. You have your delusional besties with you to encourage you and hold you accountable.
If you're ready to jumpstart your mindset and manifestation journey, the Inspired Delusions community is the perfect place for you.
The link will be in the show notes, and we can't wait to see you.
Okay, let's get back to the episode.
But I guess ultimately, when it comes to the fear of being seen, it all comes back to self concept.
Yes.
It all comes back to self love.
Yes.
It all comes back to remembering that you are so inherently worthy
Yeah.
and that you are source and you are God and you are love. And it's amazing for you to be you and you
Yeah.
need to be you.
Yeah. Literally everything comes back to your self concept, quite literally. And yeah, it's so crazy. And again, yes, you should everyone rewind and just listen to that over and over and over again. You really are so amazing.
Yeah.
You are so worthy. That is truly, we will say that on every episode. It's just coming back to the remembering
Yeah.
that you literally are that bitch. You literally are so amazing. You are divine. You are God. You are source experiencing itself. So obviously you're worthy.
Yeah.
And trust, it feels a lot better on this side of things, knowing that you are literally amazing. Like knowing that knowing that you are the universe's favorite, knowing that you can manifest anything, even if, listen, even if some of your manifestations are taking a little bit longer, or even if, you know, your 3D, your current reality isn't exactly what you want it to be, it's so nice. Like, I'm so grateful that I feel like that I know that manifesting is real, like that I know I'm going to be living my dream life, that I know I can manifest anything I want,
Yeah.
you know, in the future, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I know we're not
Totally.
supposed to put it in the future. I have everything now.
Yes.
But, you know, I promise it really is possible to get there and like come back to that knowing, come back to that remembering. And yeah, sometimes facing your shadows, facing your trauma, facing your internal stuff like is kind of a little bit scary, but it's so worth it. And you can do scary things.
You
You can
can
be
do scary
brave,
things.
you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, this is a little bit, actually 100% of fear of being seen. I've been trying to repurpose my TikToks and post them as Instagram
Yeah.
reels. And the other day, this Instagram reel that I wasn't even, or this reel that I wasn't even going to post,
Yeah.
somebody famous,
Yeah, literally.
basically, they storied my
Yeah.
reel. And
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my God, you never know who's watching your stuff.
Yeah,
You never know
guys.
who it might resonate with. And it was so funny because so many of my friends were sending it to me and being like, so and so just posted you on their
Yeah.
Instagram. And I was like, I loved it actually.
No, literally.
And that's how I know. And that's on growth.
Yeah.
Because I think if that would have happened, even last year
Yeah.
this time at the beginning of the podcast, I would have been so deeply upset, or like not upset, but just criticizing myself, being like, oh,
Yeah.
you look this way, or
Yeah.
oh, you said this thing, or
You
whatever.
should have done it different. Like that shouldn't have been shown to
Right,
everyone.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas now, when she did that, I was so I was like, I'm famous.
No, you're like, this
I
actually
was
feels
no, I
right.
was like, this feels right. A lot of people actually need to see my
No,
content a lot more.
literally.
And the TikTok it was such a good TikTok, and it
Yeah.
had good messaging and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy.
Yeah.
And so that's how I can kind of tell. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you love yourself.
No, literally.
Everyone deserves to look at you.
You're like, actually, more famous people need to repost
More
this.
famous people to repost it.
Yeah, wait a second.
Yes. No, and then some, yeah. Just that was a while. I was like, what the hell?
Guys, we're literally famous.
Yep. It's starting. It started.
It's actually started.
It
It's been started. And if you're listening now, welcome. Welcome. You're an OG. Because really, right now, the podcast really has grown a lot. But in comparison of what it's going to be, we kind of still are little babies.
No,
because
truly.
we have really big goals.
Anyone who's been here this past year, anyone who's coming even the next year, even the year after that, all OGs.
Yeah.
Because it's about to be a long ride.
A long, fast, upward ride.
Yes.
Okay.
Always,
so get on now.
Always up.
Get on now, because you don't want to be a bandwagon. So get on now and become a true fan now. Because someone, shout out to the person who left us a comment on YouTube saying that they just got a vision. They said, besties, I just got a vision of you guys reaching Oprah level stardom. I said, well, thank God you see it. Thank God you see it as well. Yeah, thank you. Yes, exactly. Glad you see what we see.
I love it.
It was so sweet.
It was really sweet. Everyone who comments on our stuff is really sweet. I think we've only gotten one bad review.
Really? Well, what even was it?
It was months ago. And so I answered them back. No, no, we didn't delete it. I kept it up because I was like, okay, like.
Was it the going to a location one?
No.
Oh,
no.
Two.
No, that one was just educational.
That one wasn't bad.
That was educational, and we needed to hear it.
What was the bad one?
The bad, they were like, this is an awful episode or something.
What?
Yeah, it was it was a months ago, but I just responded to it, and I was like, oh, like thanks for the
feedback.
I literally was like, thanks for the feedback. What would have made it better? And they never answered, so I was like, okay, it's spam.
Spam. Oh my God,
it's literally spam.
Guys, that's what I say, because if someone leaves me a weird comment or something, first of all, obviously you're blind. Like you have issues with vision if you're like leaving a comment on my looks. But if you're leaving a comment on anything else, you have demons. So it's either like if people are being mean or hate comments or whatever, they either are possessed by demons or they're AI, they're spam. It's not real. It's like it's not a real person. So
it's not a real person.
Yeah, don't worry about hate comments, guys. If the fear, like, this whole episode talking about fear of being seen, a lot of people, I think even more now, more than ever, are trying to post on social media and growing a platform and things. So it's very relevant. And so put yourself out there. Put yourself out there. And as someone who, at least for me, I've been posting on socials for like a couple years now, have over 100,000 followers, and I don't get any hate comments, or at least my reticular activating system filters them out.
Like can't see them.
I literally can't see them. So just giving you some motivation.
But even if you got the hate comments, it still doesn't affect you.
Yeah.
I think that's the other half of the fear of being seen. It's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Not everyone's going to resonate.
Yeah.
Not everyone's going to like what they see. Not everyone is going to be aligned with that. And that part is okay, because you are whole. Yeah. You remember you're inherently worthy. You are on a certain type of vibration where maybe they're just not at yet.
Yes.
So it's like, okay. And oh, they didn't like it, and what?
And literally, and what? And
what?
And that's a big thing too, because people can really only make you like feel bad about something that you feel bad about.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's like if you continue to do this inner work, you accept yourself, you realize you're amazing, even if you have quote unquote flaws. It's like it doesn't really matter if someone like says something weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, no hate comments over here. I had one comment where they're like, said something weird like about my thighs or something. It was a picture of me in bikini. I literally was like, babe, this doesn't even make sense. Like you're blind. So anyways, put yourself out there. You deserve it. You're amazing. And yeah, we are actively working through our fear of being seen. So you can do this with us.
I think like every level, every upgrade that you get to, there's always going to be room to practice the fear of being seen, or there's always going to be room to practice self-love, because you're going to start seeing yourself in different lights. Yeah. So it's like, if you guys are feeling some type of way, like just start practicing now. Just start investigating now. Start doing the shadow work.
Yeah.
Start affirming yourself.
Yeah.
Start looking in the mirror and saying, I love you. That's
Yeah.
something I used to do all the time. Like in my mind, when I was brushing my teeth, I would literally look at myself and then it would kind of trip me out a little bit because I feel like I
Yeah.
was getting deep in my eyes and I'd be like,
Yeah,
I love you.
the mirror work can be a little go deep.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
mirror can go deep because you're looking straight at your subconscious
Yeah.
when you're there for a minute,
Yeah.
a little while.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like starting to practice and telling yourself that yeah, you are inherently worthy.
Mhm.
Everyone deserves to see you and
Mhm.
hear you because you are worthy of both.
Yeah, and you never know who your message is going to help. That's
Mhm.
something that really, really helped me like start posting when I started my journey because I was like, okay, there's people out there that are waiting for me to say the things that I'm going to say like in the way I say it. Like
Mhm.
everyone, your people are waiting for you to like speak your truth and put yourself out there and they're waiting to find you. And something else with like the fear of being seen as we're wrapping this up is like changing your identity too. Like when you change your identity and you're like, yeah, I'm a, social media influencer. I'm a coach. I'm a business owner or whatever. Sometimes it feels weird to start identifying as that because it doesn't like feel real almost.
Mhm.
But I think that's a cheat code to life is starting to identify as the person you want to be before you quote unquote feel like that person
Yeah.
because that helps you to start feeling like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I did
Exactly.
that as like before I was confident in being a coach, I started identifying as like, I'm an amazing mindset coach. And I didn't necessarily feel like that at first, but then I continued to impress that into my subconscious mind. And then it started to feel normal.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely.
yeah, changing your identity is really, really, really a cheat code.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we love you so, so, so much.
Mhm.
And as we mentioned a little bit, but want to talk a little bit deeper of if you are interested in leveling up your mindset, leveling up your self concept, we're talking about the fear of being seen inside the
Mhm.
Inspired Delusions community,
Yes.
which is our group coaching program. And yeah, you should definitely come on in, come join the gang because it's a really supportive group of people and we're going really deep and we're going to do some shadow work and some inner child healing and all these things. And it's going to be really good.
It is going to be really good. And I
Mm-hmm.
love being in community with like-minded people because it pushes your mind to see things in a different perspective
Yes.
almost. When
Yes.
other people are dealing with the same issues or like whatever they're trying to work and like level themselves up,
Mm-hmm.
when you see them doing whatever they need to be doing, it also inspires you and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I never thought about it this way. Maybe I should take a look at my own stuff and see it through this lens, and like that helps make things click.
100%. Yes. And everyone in there is just so like supportive.
Yeah.
So it's so cool to get if you're like sharing a win or whatever, everyone's like, "Oh my god, that's amazing." So, yes, come join the fam, but we love
Yes.
you guys so so much and tell yourself that you're amazing.
Mhm.
Put yourself out there, start posting on social media and tag us, and we love you and we will see you next week.
Bye,
Bye
besties.
besties.